Hey everyone, my name is Shelby, and this is a presentation for a thesis proposal that I, Shelby Cheek, Liberty University Masters of Communication candidate, prepared for a thesis study that promotes the application of uncertainty reduction theory, or URT, to communication observed in a call center environment. So let's get started. Being unable to predict the outcome of an event, even something simple like a phone call, can leave anyone with a sour taste in their mouth, and that sour taste is uncertainty. Since the creation of URT by Charles Berger and Richard Calabrese over 40 years ago, there have been countless studies released using URT to assist in the explanation of numerous visible phenomena. However, there are only a handful that review that use of communication through over-the-phone contact, and there are even less in the connection of URT in a call center environment. I will first start by brief reasoning for this topic, then move to a short review on uncertainty reduction theory and touch on the literature I reviewed within my thesis proposal. I will then move to the proposed methodology for the study and then end the presentation with a quick conclusion. So let's continue. For the past 2 years, I have worked in a contact center at a local credit union, which handles thousands of calls on a weekly basis. I'm actually here at work right now recording this presentation. I used to be a regular representative taking calls one after the other until they requested escalation, where I then would transfer the call to the position which I currently hold as a department lead. However, I feel that the level of uncertainty has heightened now, and this is mainly due to the idea of fraud and identity theft that plagues all of our daily lives. I'm hoping that with my proposed research into these communication situations, that Insight will be able to provide a functional application of the theory to enhance this type of communication for both parties. Now on to a short review of uncertainty reduction theory. Uncertainty reduction theory was invented in 1975 by Charles Berger and Richard Calabrese after viewing common outcomes from initial interactions of persons who did not know each other coming together in first contact. Berger and Calabrese created 7 core assumptions regarding URT, identified 3 motivators, 3 stages of communication, and 3 stages of information-seeking behaviors. Let's get started. Berger and Calabrese created the 7 axioms, which are as followed: verbal communication, nonverbal warmth, information-seeking, self-disclosure, reciprocity, similarity, and liking. There are 3 situations in which theorists have identified where people will seek to reduce uncertainty. 1, in the anticipation of a future interaction. This is where you attempt to reduce uncertainty about someone because you hope to interact with them in the future. 2, when you have incentive value. Well, when that person has incentive value. So this is the idea that maybe like a boss or a coworker, that person can help motivate your life, so you want to reduce uncertainty about them. Or 3, in a deviant situation. This is when you attempt to reduce uncertainty about something that you don't understand or may be odd or unsettling. Now, the 3 stages of communication that take place within uncertainty reduction theory are as follows. 1, entry. This is when you go over demographic information about yourself, such as your age, gender, occupation, and more. 2, personal. This is where you go over beliefs, values, and other data. 3, the exit stage. This is when you go through the process of negotiating with the other person of whether or not to continue your contact. Berger and Calabrese define 3 ways that individuals will go about information seeking. 1, with a passive strategy. This is when you just observe your person of interest. 2, an active strategy. This is when you go about asking other people about the person of interest, and when you also make specific attempts to take part in the first stage, this first strategy of passive strategy. And 3, interactive strategy. This is when you directly interact with the person of interest. Now, I do want to notate that you can use 1, 2, or all of these when you attempt to reduce uncertainty about another individual. Now, from the 18 articles that I reviewed, I found that there were 3 common themes with 1 sub-theme. The first theme that I explored is uncertainty reduction theory and interpersonal communication. The second is uncertainty reduction theory and computer-mediated communication. This is the section that has a sub-theme of URT and CMC through the use of Facebook. And the last theme is unique uses of URT. One article that I reviewed for the first theme, in James W. Newlip and Eric L. Grossfoff's article, Uncertainty Reduction and Communication Satisfaction During Initial Interaction, an initial test and replication of a new axiom, which was released in 2000, comprised of 2 studies that resulted in the creation of a new axiom regarding initial interaction, which states, during initial interaction, as uncertainty decreases, communication satisfaction increases. One article I reviewed for the second theme, URT and CMC, in the 2011 article, First Comes Love, Then Comes School, an investigation of uncertainty reduction strategies and self-disclosure in online dating, Jennifer L. Gibbs, Nicole Ellison, and Chi-Hee Lai completed a quantitative review of 562 surveys that resulted in support for their 4 hypotheses. One article that I reviewed within the sub-theme, URT and CMC, through the use of Facebook, Cynthia Palmerini, Kristen Prestano, Rosalie Ganley, Emily Overton, and Quinn Zhang's 2012 article, The Facebook Phenomenon, Online Self-Disclosure, and Uncertainty Reduction. These researchers created 3 different Facebook profiles that all had varying levels of self-disclosure, and then released them to different groups of participants to view and then to complete a questionnaire. The data found support for their hypothesis. And the article that I reviewed for the unique uses of URT, in 2017, Sifu Su released the article Crisis Communication Within a Community, Bonding, Coping, and Making Sense Together, reviewed how URT might answer questions regarding the navigation of a college campus during a crisis situation. Now, onto my methodology section. John W. Cresswell, in his text Research Design, strongly recommends that when selecting a topic in which not much prior research has been done, a quantitative approach is a suggested form of study. So, I selected a quantitative approach. I also selected a survey as the instrument to collect the data due to its easy distributive qualities, and I hope to make this instrument by using Qualtrics, which I can gain access by Liberty University. I completed much research with regard to possible participants and found ample data pointing towards completing research in the state of Texas, being that it is the state with the largest number of call center employees at 288,000, according to Statista.com. As of August 2018, Alorica, AT&T, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wells Fargo, and Verizon are the top 5 companies reported by Statista.com who have the highest number of call center employees. King White, Brett Batis, and in their 2014 article, Top Largest Call Centers in the United States, stated that Fidelity Investments, Citibank, who appeared twice on their list, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Sabre Holdings Corp. all have locations in Texas. Also, another article titled 7 of the Largest Call Centers in the United States by Gabriel Curran in 2018 states that the call centers in Texas, most of them are located in the cities of Richardson, Westlake, and Irving. So the last step that I need to take is to create the survey and then start reaching out to the companies. So within this presentation, I reviewed my thesis proposal for a study to be conducted relating URT to a call center environment, which is a near and dear subject to my heart because I currently work in a call center and hope to continue to work in a call center in the future. I reviewed the main points behind URT and, such as its 7 axioms, touched on a few of the 18 articles that I reviewed within my proposal, and I have ended this presentation with providing information regarding possible study participants located in the state of Texas. Again, my name is Shelby Cheek for Liberty University, and thank you for watching.